Okay, so this is just a quick little touch on one of the topics that I brought up. I've done this presentation probably easily 1,000 times in my career for clients, and hopefully it helps you guys. So if I have somebody come in and we do an initial consultation, they sit down and we go through the whole process. We weigh them. They weigh 250 pounds. They weigh 250. We do body composition through bioelectrical impedance, and we see that their body fat percentage is 32. So we're at 32%. So with this, even these two numbers, we can calculate out everything else that we need to help these clients figure out what the heck they want to do. So with body fat percentage, we can calculate out the fat weight. Well, we know that's going to be 250, and that's going to be 250 is their total weight, and it's going to be times that percentage of 32. That's going to give us 80 pounds. So they have 80 pounds of body fat that they're carrying around with them. Now, their fat-free weight is nothing more than 250 minus what we just calculated, that 80. So it's going to be 170 pounds of fat-free weight that they're walking around with. And you know this is going to be 68 right here, 68%, if you just do simple math on that. But now your client comes in and you're talking with them and they say, hey, I want to lose 15 pounds, over the next couple of weeks. Can you help me out with that? Whoops. Let's do this. I want to do lose 15 LBS. I'm going to lose some LBSs. That's great. We can totally help you with that. So we know if you minus 15 pounds out of the equation, and the person also states that they only want to weigh, they're not too worried about muscle mass. They're not going to try to put on a lot of muscle. So we just keep the fat-free weight at 170. Real simple. Well, we know this number is going to go down by 15 pounds. That immediately puts us at 235. We have two numbers in the process that allow us to figure out everything else from here. So we got 170. All right, well, 170 from 235. Oh, what's that going to be? So 235 minus your 170. That means your fat weight is going to drop 15 pounds, and that ties out with what you have going on up here. So now it becomes, how do you calculate out the percentage? Well, that's, again, pretty darn easy, where you have your fat weight, and you just divide that by the total weight, and it gives you 27.66%. So your body fat percentage has dropped, obviously, because they lost 15 pounds. Where it becomes complex is this. When you have somebody who goes, all right, so I want to lose 10 pounds. We'll do lose 10, but they're going to put on 5 pounds of muscle. We'll do 5. So we're going to add 5 pounds of muscle. Okay, let's see what we get here. So I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to add 5 pounds of muscle, and I want to do it from these numbers right here. So we already know we have 250 is where they're starting off. Their fat weight is 80 pounds. Okay. And their fat-free weight is currently 170. Okay, got it. And if I wish to, let's do this so we don't get too confused on the whole thing. And if I know I want to lose 10 pounds total but add 5 pounds of muscle, it's going to be a net loss of greater than 10 pounds in terms of some areas. So let's take a look at this, right? So I got my fat-free weight. We're going to add 5 pounds. So that's going to be $175. Okay, got it. But if I'm going to add 75 pounds and I want to lose 10 pounds total, that means my total body weight is going to be 240. Okay, yeah, got it. But here's the deal. You know you can work the numbers from here. You know you can go ahead and go right into your body fat weight and goes equals this minus your 175, and that's 65 pounds. So they've lost 15 pounds from beginning to week number 10 in body fat, and they've lost 10 pounds total net because they've added 5 pounds of muscle. So it gets kind of wonky in one of those questions. You have to kind of decipher this out as you go through it. Okay, great. So that means that if my body fat is 65, I'm going to go ahead and just divide my 65, which we already know the answer to this, by my 240. Okay, I'm at 27.6. We go ahead and put a couple extra decimals in here. 27.8. Okay, cool, got it. So you have a greater percentage loss there because your client um, is putting on some muscle. So you see what's going on there? That's how the two compartment model works. And when I work with my clients and I talk with them, I will have conversations where they want to drop X amount of pounds, they want to lose X amount of weight. And there's times where I have to guide them and say, sorry, that's going to be unrealistic. And I use this model to tell them that 8% body fat at 53 years old might be a bit of a challenge. Perhaps 18 is where we start. And then we progress down into, or I'm sorry, 28 is where we start, and then we progress down to maybe 18. So, you'll have these conversations and you'll use this as a tool to help you in working with your clients and being able to take them from 32% body fat down to 27%, or from 250 pounds down to 240. When you get into the virtual lab, this will be the math that you'll have to do. So you feel free to use a spreadsheet if you want. If you can do it with a calculator, you can feel free to do that as well. But I thought it was nothing but fair to put this out here so you guys can see how I do this and how you'll end up doing this with your clients when you get out there and start doing your initial consultations. All right, guys, thank you so much.